What do the three diverse groups of the Irish of the 1800s, modern Eastern Europeans, and Muslims have in common? All received discrimination from Europeans due to either economic or cultural differences. This discrimination comes from a European fear of change. The Irish came to Britain for multiple reasons during the 1800s, but the main ones revolved around the potato famine and the quest for better wages in Britain. They sought a better life in Britain to escape the harsh conditions of their homeland. After a time in Britain, fears began to arise about the unskilled Irish population undercutting British wages and taking jobs from them. The Irish were dehumanized and labeled as apes, seen as the missing link between humans and primates. This fear closely resembles the British fear that the newer Eastern European immigrants will undercut wages, even though data shows that these groups do not undercut wages. The Eastern Europeans are also seen as not as good as the British. There are attempts to limit the immigration of Bulgarians and Romanians to Britain just as there were with the Irish in the 1800s. The Irish also brought Catholicism with them, which was not well established in Britain at the time. The British feared Catholicism because it was foreign to them, and they felt it was a backwards religion. Fears about Irish Catholicism furthered the British view that the Irish were subhuman because they could point to Catholicism as a way to exemplify the supposed stupidity of the Irish. Today, with the influx of Muslims into Europe and Britain, the religion of Islam introduces another foreign religion into Britain. The British fear this religion because they do not know it, much like they did not know Catholicism. The Catholic Irish face some of the exact same stereotypes as Muslims, being seen as volatile and of a lower race. The Muslim immigrants who are currently in Britain are seen as volatile and terrorists because of the actions of a select few members of extreme sects of the religion. An eerie representation of the connection between past immigrants and current ones is how Irish Catholics were forbidden to display their religious customs in public, just as some Muslims are forbidden to wear headscarves in some areas of Europe. Europeans felt and still feel today that if these foreign religions are prevented from displaying parts of their culture, they will either integrate or preferably leave. If the newer Eastern Europeans and Arabic immigrants to Great Britain and Europe as a whole follow the Irish path, integration into society will be a long and arduous journey. Second-generation Irish did not fully integrate into European society, and it took a much longer process than just having children in the new country. In reality, the Irish did not take jobs away from the British, as Eastern Europeans are not taking jobs today. These groups of immigrants occupy a vital role in the economic sphere by filling undesired jobs that most of the British population refuses to take. Furthermore, if the Irish aspect of religion were to be applied to Muslims in Europe today, Catholicism did not ruin Britain, much like Islam will not ruin Europe. It is true that Eastern Europeans and Muslims should make some effort to change their lives in small ways to better fit into their new climates, but most of the responsibility in regards to ending this discrimination lies with the British and Europe as a whole to be able to accept new groups of people into their lives.